Hi there, West Tonka students and families. This is Ms. Bauman. The purpose of this video today is just to talk to you a little bit about the West Tonka Summer Institute for 2016, which is the experience in Costa Rica. I am the coordinator of the Summer Institute and have been the coordinator of the Institute since 2008 when it started. So I'll be walking you through and would direct you to ask me any further questions after watching this video by email or phone calls, no problem. So the Summer Institute, why do we choose to do the West Tonka Summer Institute, and why have we been doing it for 10 years now? The West Tonka Summer Institute was a program that was started by Mr. Borg as the superintendent to really take experiences that our students were learning in the classroom and apply some post-secondary skills, which meant extending the skills they had through their high school education beyond the classroom. So that's what we did. Starting in 2008, we started to partner with Best Buy and create an experience where students were able to go to China after working with Best Buy here in Minneapolis. Since then, we've expanded it to Peru, where students do an archaeological experience, and then also now in Costa Rica, which is the science experience. This is the third time we'll be going to Costa Rica. And we really believe that it's an opportunity for students to explore an area of interest for them and see if it's really something they want to study in a post-secondary level, and also really dive deep into something that really has been exciting or a trigger for them inside their classroom. One of the goals that we also have, which is often hard for students, is that we really don't want to follow the traditional rules of a classroom. So you won't see our students completing worksheets to get a grade or completing a test at the end, but you will see them being challenged to design experiments or design research questions that they are allowed then to pursue. I think sometimes for our West Tonka students, which is kind of fun and exciting, it's really hard to kind of get over that wall and say, all right, this is something I want to study, and I'm being given the resources and the opportunity to study it, and the leadership as well. So that's another big influence for us, is just trying to get students to think beyond just what it's like to work as a traditional student. New for 2016, we are going to cover four different research areas instead of just one. In the past, when we've done the West Tonka Summer Institute in Costa Rica, we have really just focused on ant research, which was really exciting, but we really felt like we were overlooking some of the more exciting areas of being in Costa Rica, the climate, the environment, the animals, and so we thought we were really missing out on some extras there. So we decided to design a different program where students would be able to cover research of all the different aspects of that location in Costa Rica, including environmental science and biology and geology and things like that. So we will be doing that this year. I'll go over those specific topics in just a second here. And then another new exciting addition for this year is that we are actually bringing back a Summer Institute alumnus, Jack Leschison, who is in his fourth semester at the University of Minnesota College of Biological Sciences, as kind of our student teacher or resident expert. For years now, the Summer Institute had a goal to start bringing back alumni who've been through the program and who are starting to be experts in their own fields to be our content experts. Again, we really want to connect the dots between what students are learning in high school and what they need in order to be prepared for a college level experience in a particular subject area. So that was our purpose in bringing Jack back. We're really excited. He is a well-developed, mature, well-rounded student leader, and we're excited to have him. And we're really excited to kind of bring this program full circle from having a student who was a member of the West Tonka Summer Institute in the past now be a leader on the trip. And also, we're excited because we really believe in the power of our community, and we think that this is a great way to show it. So we're excited for that. The topics of study for 2016 in the Costa Rica environment are going to be the geology, where we'll be doing some studying with the volcanoes and their effects on the local economy, as well as kind of how it affects the environment around them. Environmental biology will be diving into soil and land composition, decomposition, and how that's different between Minnesota and Costa Rica and the two different regions, really. Animal biology, we'll be talking about species cataloging and animal behavior studies. We have access to many different animals that are, quite frankly, never even been heard of around here. So students will have access to doing some of those things. And lastly, we'll be heading to the beach for the last few days where students will be able to participate in some ongoing sea turtle research that is occurring by other colleges on Playa Grande, and I'll talk a little bit about more about that in a second. The purpose of this research is not only to let students explore some areas of passion and of interest for them, but also for them to really get a real taste of what legitimate research is like. And that means that often you are dirty, and often you are making observations over a long period of time, and that you are having to ask a question or rework a question, and it's not always glamorous. And so we really want to provide a real life experience for our students that lets them see what real research is like. And I think sometimes our students think that research is just white coats and labs, and we want this field research experience to help them understand a little bit more about what it's really like, which it sometimes can be monotonous and long, and like I said, dirty and hard. So we want to provide a real life experience for them. All right, so we will be taking students to the Finca La Anita Rainforest Ranch, which is in northern Costa Rica. This will be the third time that we've worked with this rainforest ranch. Ana and Pablo, the owners of it, are people I consider trusted friends. They have had a connection to Minnesota in multiple different ways throughout their lives. So we really trust them, and we've worked a long time. We've done a rigorous route of kind of researching the best place for students to work, and the farm where we'll be taking students, we believe, is the best place. It's very safe. It's remote. It's got a lot of access to a lot of different areas of Costa Rica, and we just, like I said, we really believe in the work they're doing at the farm. Originally, La Anita was a cacao. I'm sorry, it was a cacao farm, and then they later changed their crops to coffee. Now they've gone back to cacao because they've realized that the land there was actually built better for growing cacao. So they actually are a full producing cacao farm. Additionally, they are a tourist destination for people who are wanting kind of a real life rainforest experience. I really would encourage families to go to their website, which is listed here, to take a look at the area where the students will be staying. It's beautiful. It's well kept. It's very clean. It's, again, very safe, and we really think it's a great place for our students. Additionally, it's beautiful. Students will fly into Liberia right here, and then we will be making our way down this highway, up this highway, and then to the ranch. That'll be where we spend most of our time. That will be our home base for the first few days. All flights, like it is mentioned here, will fly in and out of Liberia. This is a course, and so we do have students who will need to. We have mandatory attendance requirements, and we also have course requirements that students will need to complete independently. We're excited to offer the course prior to departure. I'll tell you about departure in just a second, but it is June 7th, 8th, and 9th for 3 hours. That is where students will explore their research and get more information so that they can be prepared for the land research they'll be doing once they arrive in Costa Rica. There'll also be some pre-work assignments that will be distributed through Schoology that students will be allowed to work through at their own pace within reason. And then when we return back, we will also have students do a final project. So again, we're always trying to connect the course to the actual experience and vice versa. I've always looked at the learning that's done prior to departure and upon return as the big chunk of it, and then really the trip is just the extra part of it. And I know that our teenage students kind of see it the opposite way, which is just fine, because that means they're excited about going. But I really think that the biggest part of this experience, of this course, is the stuff we do before and the stuff we do upon return. Students do get a course half credit of elective credit upon return and upon completion of their final project. That does go on their transcript right away. So here's the itinerary, just quickly to go through. That this is available in the brochure that's also been distributed through Schoology and in hard copy, which I'll have available this week, the week of January 18th. But here's a brief overview. We fly in on June 14th. When I say the itinerary is subject to change, the actual dates of departure and return won't change, but we might do some shifting in between there to make things work out the best. So we arrive on the 14th. It's a short drive between the airport and the farm, and then we basically spend the first 5 days spending time on the farm for most of the day, and then doing afternoons and evenings, doing some other exciting, fun things that kind of allow students to experience the rainforest. So we'll do horseback riding, a tour of their farm. We'll go ziplining. We will do a community service project in the village where the farm is. We'll do home visits with locals, so students will go and have dinner in the local community, which is just a quarter-mile walk from the farm, where they will go and be in their homes and experience life in the small village of about 200 people in northern Costa Rica. We'll do a day trip to a volcano, which is nearby, and then we will actually spend the last 3 days kind of at the beach / departing. So we will then depart for Playa Grande and work with some college students from national colleges who are doing sea turtle study on the olive ridley turtles, and do an estuary tour again at the beach to just kind of see the beachy part of it, since we will have seen the rainforest and the brush or the bush, and then we will kind of go more for the beach. Feel free to look up Playa Grande. It is a national park, actually, so it's protected. So all hotels are actually removed off the beach, but it's within walking distance of the beach. A very beautiful area of Costa Rica. And then on the last day, we'll depart for the U.S. Cost of tuition for this experience is $3,300. It includes, I say everything very generally, but to me it is everything. A student could pay the cost of tuition and eat from departure to return. They'll have all their admissions, activities, visas, travel insurance, room and board, course material. Everything would be covered by that $3,300. Students are responsible for providing their own passport and paying for that, and they need to have a passport that's current up until at least December 22nd of 2016. And then the only other added, expense or obligation a family might have is that they should follow the medical advice of their medical professionals to see whether or not there are vaccines that are appropriate. I'll always offer you my advice on that, but I would ask that you follow the advice of your medical professionals. I'll let you know what I'll be doing in order to be prepared for Costa Rica. There really isn't very much. We don't fundraise for this experience, but we always encourage families to look into options. I will, support you in any way I can, but I don't take on the role of organizing the fundraising. So we always encourage students or families to do that on their own, and I'm always happy to share tax information or contact information that might be helpful with your efforts. To apply for the West Tonka Summer Institute, the application is now available. It's in a Google form that's available through Schoology and by the email I'm sending out as part of this video. It's due January 31st, which is a Sunday, by 3 p.m. And all decisions will be made by February 5th. So I will let you know pretty quickly. We will be reviewing applications as they come in. That first deposit of that $3,300 then is due by February 19th. And then I will give you the dates for further deposits after that. If you are interested, and of course money is always part of the conversation, feel free to talk to me about options for payment plans or things like that. There are not scholarship options. This is a fully extracurricular and tuitioned experience, so we don't have scholarship options for this experience. But again, some students might need to fundraise first or things like that. So please come to me with those questions so I can answer them. I would encourage, again, any emails or phone calls about the experience, and please feel free to read through this video, look through the brochure, look at the application so you have some more information about what we're looking for in a student who would be a great fit for the Summer Institute, and contact me with questions. Thank you.